With spring finally here, the summer movie season's on the horizon. There are a lot of interesting films coming out, and I know I'm excited, but Zach, what are your favorites?
Well, there's a lot of, big blockbuster type stuff, franchise type material, and of those, I think the one I'm most excited for, which I wouldn't have believed would be something I'm saying like 3 years ago, is Dawn of the Planet of the Apes. Just Rise of the Planet of the Apes surprised me so much. I wasn't expecting it to be so intricate and have so much depth to it, so I'm curious to see where the franchise goes. Aside from that, I definitely want to see How to Train Your Dragon 2, as just a fan of the original. But the one I'm most surprised that I'm anticipating is Let's Be Cops. For some reason, I feel like there's gonna come a point where these raunchy R-rated movies get tired, but they just look so funny. Jake Johnson and one of the Wayans brothers in it. It just, to me, seems like it might be the most fun I have in a movie theater this summer.
I kind of ordered a bit of a top five. Like, number one, Guardians of the Galaxy, because, hey, that trailer was awesome. 2, Earth Echo, because found footage ET looked really cool and probably going to surprise me more than most of the big stuff. 3 is Jupiter Ascending, because the Wachowskis are weird and they're going to put out something very interesting. 4 is Godzilla. I mean, just that trailer's just been great. Looks really cool, although Gareth Edwards' Monsters I wasn't too big about. And How to Train Your Dragon 2 just to round it out. But overall, this summer, big stuff and small, I'm a little underwhelmed. But not many of the trailers are really grabbing to me, so it was really hard to come up with the top 5.
How about you, Gian?
Well, I think definitely my main interest is about like how they're gonna do like some of the movies that are supposed to come out. Like I'm really excited to see Maleficent, and it's gonna be interesting because now we have like a Disney movie that's not about like the heroes and like the happy ending, because if anybody's read like Sleeping Beauty, like Maleficent's a huge dragon at the end and like burns everything to the ground, So I want to see like how like Disney's going to do that and like kind of direct it towards the same audience, or is it going to be like different in that respect? And also really am excited for The Giver, just remembering reading that in high school, and the book is very like time-centric, like it's not really like a standard like plot line, that goes like straight through, So.
Yeah. I mean, for me, I read that in 4th grade, so I have fewer memories of the book. But I feel like that's one of those ones that everybody has read at least at some point, and maybe that gets it appeal on its own. I'm still just super hesitant because Taylor Swift's in the cast.
Yeah, that's true.
Also, it seemed like it had a really rushed schedule to get out right now.
Yeah.
But it does have Streep and Bridges, who are pretty surefire bets.
Philip Noyce is a good director. So.
Yeah. I'm hoping, just going back to the R-rated comedy thing, that Neighbors will turn out to be good, but there's something about the trailers that I'm not quite sold on.
It could be like that just mean-spirited identity thief or Project X that just makes you mad. It's also just been really hard to talk about a lot of other films lately because most of the films that are coming out this August or later in July, we just haven't seen a lot of trailers for. So it's really hard to get an impression because I don't know what As Above, So Below is, or Into the Storm, or...
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of buzz, I think, mostly for the superhero movies, but there are a lot of other, I guess, interesting movies on the horizon.
I have my fingers crossed for Get On Up, the James Brown biopic. But
Definitely. A lot of interesting stuff coming up. Well, that about wraps up our time. For more from the Pretentious Film Majors, you can check out our website, like us on Facebook, follow us on Twitter, scope out our Instagram, our Tumblr. We've got so many social media.
So much
guys.
social media.
Just look at us.
Just look us up.
Come on, guys. We're on the internet.
www.pretentiousfilmmajors.com.
That one's important.
Yeah. How are they going to know it's a website unless you say www?